And now, our feature presentation.
I'm Samantha Hill.
My name is Kelsey Park.
I'm Tyler Polero. I'm Colby Allen.
My name's Carson.
My name's Abel Wallace.
My name is Peyton Wahid.
My name is Tucker Moeller.
My name is Megan Surface.
My name is Olivia Holst.
My name is Savannah Jenkins. My name is Leah Curran.
My name is Hannah Holcomb, and I'm involved in theater and choir here at OHS.
And I'm involved in DECA, FBLA, Key Club, NHS, and YEPO. I'm involved in student council. I'm student body president, and I'm in DECA, FBLA, and just a lot of academic things.
And I am involved in student council. I'm currently the vice president, and I also do DECA.
I'm involved in DECA, Future Business Leaders of America, National Honor Society, Math Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and I think that's it.
I'm involved in track, DECA, the student council, YEPO.
And I am involved in FFA, majorly, probably, that's the top one. DECA, FBLA, FCA, NHS. I play golf. And that's all I can think of off the top of my head.
Show off. Speech?
Oh yeah, speech and debate. Speech and debate, yeah, that's I'm kind of big in there. Forgot about that one.
And I'm involved with the esports club.
I'm involved with DECA, and that's pretty much it.
And I'm involved in DECA and wrestling. Well, I used to play football, now I don't really do anything.
And I'm in NHS.
And I am not involved in anything.
So, what is your favorite memory in high school?
Probably going to football games and like prom and dances.
My favorite memory in high school is probably after practices. We'd have the 6 a.m. practices at the wrestling barn, and then after the practices we'd have morning breakfast as a team, and that was always really nice.
Yeah, so I moved to Ozark my sophomore year, so technically my freshman year I was at Nixa. But my favorite memory from Ozark, we'll go with that, would probably have to be sophomore year national convention for FFA. Well, I had no idea what I was doing. I was sweet little innocent Peyton, stuck in a room with a whole bunch of seniors that were absolutely crazy. And I got to experience just like the most wild school trip that you could possibly imagine. Like everything that could go wrong with our hotel rooms, the bus, literally anything. Our tickets were messed up, everything went wrong. And it was so fun because like, even though the trip didn't go as planned, like we still made the best out of it.
This would have to be back in like sophomore, it was either freshman or sophomore year, when the football team went to districts and we lost to, I think it was Waynesville or something like that. And just to see all the hard work put in and all the seniors being just ended. The team just all huddled together, and there were a few criers, and it was very emotional, and it was a little eye-opening. Like, dang, this can just end in a minute, like it did.
So one of my favorite memories in high school was freshman year in Miss Little's science class. In all of the science classes, like the labs at the high school, there's these showers. So like if you get chemicals in your eyes, you can wash them out. And I remember Cale Spoon asked Miss Little if he could like do the shower on the last day of school, and she let him. So on the last day of school, he fully clothed just like went under the shower and pulled it down, and it was really funny to watch. And then he had a huge mess to clean up.
Probably like all the football games, and especially the one when we played Nixa, our football team, freshman year. That was such an exciting game when we went to double overtime because my brother played, so that was probably my favorite memory.
I guess my favorite memory would be just being involved in productions. Probably my senior production, to be specific, the Addams Family is probably my favorite memory.
What's your favorite memory outside of high school?
Favorite memory outside of high school is also like wrestling related. It was when we adopted a team. We adopted a team as like the wrestling team adopted a family, And then we went to Walmart and we bought a bunch of stuff for the family, and that was like really fun. It was good team bonding, and it was really cool to be able to help somebody.
Probably the Disney trip and the band Disney trip. It was really fun.
Off the top of my head, all I can think about is one night me and some buddies went to the movies. I don't remember what movie we were watching, but we got done. It was about 12:30, and everybody was like, "Okay, I'm going home, going to bed." Me, Sean Poppy, and JoJo Strain were like, "Screw that, let's go driving." And so for the next 5 or 6 hours, we drove through.
Is that when we went to Crane?
That was one, yeah. Yeah.
That night you were out.
Mm-hmm. We got back at 6 or 7 in the morning. I think it was 6 in the morning. We drove through, I want to say 11 or 12 different towns and got all the way out just east, and it was fun.
Okay, I think my favorite memory, like outside of high school, was when I was in junior high actually. And I won tickets to a One Direction concert, and it was just so cool and magical.
So in your opinion, what are the best parts of Ozark?
Definitely like the opportunities, so like OTC, like the A+ program.
Yeah.
The best part of Ozark is the opportunities we have here, whether it's sports, the clubs, the teams we have, like everything, the weight room. We have so many opportunities here that other schools don't have.
I mean, I would say for the most part, the education system is really good, but also the people, they're really nice. They were just, if you're broke down, they give you a hand, So I'd say the people for the most part.
The best parts, definitely the community. It's a town where you don't know everybody, but it's a small town where you know what's going on.
I would say the best parts of Ozark are the incredible teachers that we have. I've had so many good teachers that I'm going to miss a lot as I leave Ozark. So I know that we are really blessed because a lot of schools aren't privileged with that. Our teachers really care about students, and they invest their time and effort into helping us succeed, which is incredible. And also there's just so many opportunities at Ozark through OTC, getting free credit from that, and then like AP classes, IB, the A+ program. Like there's so many incredible programs for us to get free college, and I know that that's going to pay off a lot whenever I actually have to pay for college.
The best parts of Ozark is the community that it has as a school. Like you meet so many people, and it's a big school, but it also feels small. And the teachers, they care about you, and your peers, they care about you, and it's just all one big team. The best parts of Ozark as a school are the teachers that make up the staff who pour their life into our lives and shaping the future generation, and just the students who also make up the school. We couldn't do without them too.
The teachers are really good. I feel like teachers actually care about their students here.
What are the best parts of high school? Like, not an Ozark specific thing. High school in general.
I think just getting really close to a group of people and growing up together, and
definitely being able to learn how to build relationships and learn skills for later in life.
Best part of high school, the social aspect, just like coming and seeing people that you like to talk to and all that.
Probably changing. I know that's weird because a lot of people don't like the factor of change, but the sense of growing up in high school and the fact that you start out so young and you don't know the aspects of actually living like an adult, and high school kind of babies you into that. And throughout high school for me especially, it's been not that the fact that I've grown up, but just I've matured as a person in a whole.
Figure out who you are and who you want to be.
high school in general, I would say you are putting a lot of different people from different backgrounds and different stages in their life all together in one classroom. and you guys are working toward the same goal, and you get to meet a lot of new people who you wouldn't pair yourself with or think about being friends with, and you get a lot of different opinions and exposure to different friendships.
Oh God, I guess making new friends and just getting the overall high school experience.
What do you think will be the biggest takeaway for you from high school that you'll use out of high school?
Probably like personal skills. So like being able to like go through situations, like
being able to communicate, talk to people. I think that's probably the biggest one.
Definitely the math, and then the lessons I learned, like, and the skills I learned, typically like
Probably procrastination. Hopefully I'll be better at that in college, or managing that in college. Probably trying to control things, like uncontrollable factors, whether it's a person or a class or relationship or whatever it is. It's just like a fact that I've learned through high school is like you can't control certain situations. You just have to let them ride out and learn from them and experience them. So that's probably a big part.
If you want something, work hard for it.
Don't take stuff for granted, definitely, and don't put it off. If you need to do it, do it.
I would say one of my biggest takeaways is to not let fear stop you from trying new things. I think that there's a lot of incredible opportunities that I've had in high school that I probably wouldn't have got if I wouldn't have stepped out of my comfort zone and tried something new. And it really paid off, and I've had a lot of fun. And so I would say just going forward, that's probably something I'm going to try to remember and continue doing. Even if I'm a little bit afraid of trying something new, I think I want to try to do it and see what happens, because a lot of times it's rewarding.
To live in the moment and not worry about every little detail, and just have fun on your journey to the rest of your life.
I would say that it's learning just how you work like in the real world, like with people, and just finding out like who you are and learning from like experiences.
What would be like some general high school advice you'd give to someone?
shoot your shot, man. Shoot your shot. I mean, like, you know, like set your goal, live up to it, and set yourself up to these levels, and you know, live up to them.
Just have fun, because like it goes by so fast.
Not to worry about like having a lot of friends. Just find like 2 friends you're really close with and just stick with them. That's what I've learned this year.
Be involved. You know, you hear that like when you first come up. You remember Key Club? Yeah. How that was the thing? You first came in a freshman.
So you be involved, and you're like, as a freshman, you're like, I don't care, dude. Like.
No, it's real. Like,
for real.
Like if I would have done, I wish I would have done something other than band freshman year. I just did band, and I was like, I personally don't think band was fun, but like I wish I would have done like a few sports or something.
Don't be afraid to try new things, no matter what it is. Be open-minded and be open to people, because we're very judgmental, like super judgmental high school kids. And so sometimes we hear rumors or drama or think badly about people, and in the end it's not even worth it.
I would say the #1 thing is to get involved. Find something that you're passionate about and that interests you, whether that's a sport or a club or a class. There's just so many opportunities. There's something for everyone at Ozark, and you can really find something that you're interested in. So for me, that was business clubs. So I joined like FBLA and DECA, and then I've taken a lot of business courses, and I've had a lot of fun with that, and I know that that's something that I want to pursue after high school.
Keep your circle small. Do not trust anybody. Don't trust boys. Don't talk to boys. Don't catch feelings.
Don't be embarrassed. You know, I would say just do what you think is fun and not like hold back. And you might think it's fun, but some people might think it's weird. But you know, if you do what you really enjoy, then it'll be worth it. I would say don't sweat the small stuff. High school is only 4 years of your life, and if you spend your 4 years stressing about the perfect GPA or the perfect test score, then you aren't enjoying your life in the moment.
Probably stick to what you believe, and not like religiously or like morals, but just like if you think that something's right or wrong, like peer pressure should not have to come in play as often as you think you should let it. And like I mentioned earlier, like trying new things, like you don't have to fall to like temptations or peer pressure. Like stick to what you think is right, your conscience is right, listen to yourself, don't listen to others as much.
Try everything. Whether it's, if you're an ag kid, try track. If you're a track kid, try ag. If it's something you don't see yourself doing, try it out, give it a shot. If you don't make it, oh well. I tried out for basketball sophomore year and I got kicked to the curb. Just try it out.
Go to everything, like all the school events and stuff, like the games and everything, and just have fun and don't take it too serious, and quit like spreading drama and stuff like that, and just have fun.
Don't waste time. Time is very minimal, and you always push things off to later, but you don't always have later. You want to take advantage of what you have and do the most with what you have now.
I would say start preparing now. It's never too early to start thinking about your future. I would say just be real and be you, because people can catch that if you're not, and it's better to not have any regrets later on than regretting your whole high school experience later
on. What are some of your favorite local places?
Probably just like the movie theater, because that's where that'd be like the best get together with my friends.
Yes, Prima's, Hong Kong Inn, Starbucks,
so local.
Trap Murphy's.
All good places.
Well, I did try the workshop like 2 weeks ago. That's literally right across from Come and Go on the corner, and it's pretty cute. Like it's a good like study place, and like I don't like coffee, so I drank tea and it was all right. But I like Busick, and I like the Nature Center, and obviously I like Table Rock a lot. Those would probably be my main places, because like even after school when there's only like 3 hours of sunlight left, just going to Busick, like it's just the best thing ever.
So this is your favorite local places?
Going back to what Carson said, the new McDonald's. Yeah, or in the summertime, the quarry out to the back of Ozark, definitely.
The mall, the boutiques, the restaurants.
What's your favorite restaurant in Springfield?
I really like Kai, that sushi place.
Where's it at?
Downtown Springfield.
Some of my favorite places, like more in the Springfield area, is like the restaurants like Neighbor's Mill and Bricktown Brewery, and like the different boutiques that the town has.
I really like the downtown Springfield area. I like the parks, like Nathaniel Green. Branson has some cool nature spots as well.
I like the movie theater. I like to go skating or bowling.
So this one's kind of split up into three. So the general question is, who's had the biggest impact on you? The first being like teachers or faculty, so someone employed by the school.
Probably Mr. Edwards. Yeah, he helped me get through a lot of sophomore year and into junior year as well.
Person, honestly, because like she kind of like showed me.
Yeah.
Like it was a hard class, and I kind of got through it, so it's pretty cool.
I hate that I'm saying this, but Miss Botterill, like her English class is the only one that like actually taught me stuff that I still use today. Like is most beneficial.
The wrestling staff, obviously, Coach Godfrey Senior, Coach Sunley and Coach Spoon, Coach Kellis, all those guys. You know, they've helped me mature a lot from like freshman year or from sophomore year to senior year. Just those 3 years, they've helped me mature so much, and just like build up my strength and mental strength and everything we do. And that like everything you do in wrestling is gonna help me the rest of my life. And they have like coached me through all that and helped me become like a better person and like a better wrestler. I said that on senior night too. Like that helped me. Like they're all helping us like improve ourselves for the future. It's not just for the sport.
That would be Mr. Love. I've taken all his classes, so.
Probably Dr. McInich. She was my Algebra 2 teacher junior year. And I do not like math, never been good at it. And so I have a very negative mindset going into it. And she was just very like, not nurturing, but I don't know what else like to say about it. But she cared about fixing my mindset and about like helping me learn more than just like passing the test. And that she cared about me as a person too.
Whew, probably Betsy Rice, I'd say.
Like I said, I've had some incredible teachers, and I couldn't even choose a favorite teacher through the years if I had to, because I've just had so many great ones. But I really liked my math teachers a lot, especially in high school. I've had some really good math teachers that have really invested their time and effort into helping me succeed, and that's been really good.
Mr. Olsup, definitely. He just like, oh yeah. He made me like think of things that I probably wouldn't have ever like thought, or like I think like to think deeper and stuff.
The teacher that had the most impact on me is probably my Algebra 2 teacher, Mrs. Sappington. She really helped me learn and to enjoy school.
I would say definitely Jenkins and Feeble has had a big impact on my life, career planning wise, since they are close to the business. Classes, we're always around them, so they've definitely impacted my life.
The people who have had the biggest impact on me from my high school experience would probably be the choir teachers and the drama teachers, so Miss Dawson and Brammer and Wilkins.
None of them.
None of them? Okay. How about other adults, so like someone not from school?
Yeah, I would say probably one of my best friend's parents. But yeah, they kind of got me through a lot of rough times throughout high school.
Probably like my dad, to be honest, because like he always pushed me to like do better.
My parents. They're great.
Because they raised you.
They you know, teach me stuff, lessons.
Obviously, my parents. You know, I wouldn't be here without my parents.
Yeah. That's true.
Like Jenkins and other teachers, and they've all helped me. Like Jenkins especially has helped me mature too, because like I feel like he hated me like freshman year, and like you can tell like how much I matured and how much he's helped me a lot, just like to calm down.
Definitely my mother. I mean, she kind of like came from a lot, and I really appreciate what she's done for me throughout like my whole life, especially during high school. So she'd be the biggest impact I've had that is not a teacher.
Definitely my mother.
Definitely my parents. They definitely kicked my butt when I wasn't doing good, and it definitely helped me get better.
I would say number one, definitely my parents. I know it's the cliche answer, but my parents really have had the biggest impact on me. They've just supported me in everything that I've done. They've pushed me to try new things and to get out of my comfort zone. And they've celebrated with me in those successes as a result of trying new stuff. So definitely my parents, I'm very thankful for them and all the time that they've invested in me.
My grandpa, because he just always taught me to work hard and, I don't know, follow my dreams.
Well, of course, my parents really probably made the biggest impact on my life and my time in school and in high school and as a person.
I would definitely say my parents. I go to church. There's a lot of great mentors there that will help guide you and give you advice too.
Of course, my parents and teachers. Yeah.
Other adults? Yeah. Probably my stepdad, because he's just taught me a lot of good life lessons.
And then how about your peers, like some friends?
Probably my friend Austin. He's been someone I can go and talk to a lot. So.
I think that like kind of like I try to like I saw them doing something. I said I could do that, so I tried to like push myself farther.
Yeah.
Okay. Morgan Austin, Olivia Holes, CC Westfall, all my bays.
Yeah. You just like them.
I just like them. They're my friends.
Nikki and Tyson. Nikki helped me build, get me a lot closer, with my relationship with God, and help, the religious side of me. And he helped me build, put everything in perspective, if somebody, that was just one thing that he really helped me with, is put everything in perspective, be thankful for every single thing I get, because he was so bought into the wrestling program, and that's what Coach Kellis and all those coaches showed him. So it was nice to get that side of the program too. And then Tyson Albright, he helped me a lot with my work ethic, just to help. He helped me build up, and he would always go to the barn or go to the gym and go work out every single day. Oh, we just got out of practice, I'm gonna go hit the gym. And it's I don't have the energy to do that, but if he can do it, then I can do it. And so I started doing that too, and that helped me a lot. And then Kale, obviously, he got me into the program, and so we've been best friends since then. And just watching him wrestle and just all the stuff he's done for me and how long we've been friends, that was really nice.
Geez. That's a tough one. I would have to say Ethan Palladino. He's a great guy. Always keeps me going.
I don't know any specifics because I know a lot of people, but probably Ashlyn Cunningham. We met each other sophomore year. My second week of school, we got drug tested together. Pretty much since then, we've been friends. We've had our in and outs, but she's been really close to me. And then obviously there's been relationships and friendships that haven't worked out, and those taught me a lot. I've grown as a person from those.
Probably AgFam. AgFam and Tyler Albright.
Yeah.
In my grade, at least. If I thought about other grades, it'd be a little difficult.
So as far as my peers, I've made a lot of really good friends in high school, and I really like my friend group that I kind of hang out with and everything. And then, so it's new friends I made in high school. And then I've also had a few friends that I've stayed friends with all the way since kindergarten. Grace Stein and Abby Barnwell. We've been really close ever since kindergarten, and that's just been cool to see. Even though we have very different interests and career-wise we're gonna be doing completely different things, but it's been cool to just be friends in the midst of those differences and to share the high school experience together.
Kelsey Park and Cecilia Westfall and Savannah Jenkins.
Molly Morrison and Megan Smith have been two of the people that have really shaped my high school experience and me.
I would definitely say Cameron, Denny, and Megan Surface have really been there for me and stuck through it.
My best friend Noelle forced me to try out for drama. That really had a huge impact on me.
I look at Tucker to see what not to do, and other than that, who's the smart one really?
In AgFam?
Yeah, in AgFam. Who would be the?
Yeah, Garrett.
Oh, I look at him what not to do with women. So just if you're looking at what not to do, then those two people.
And then if you could change one thing about Ozark, what would it be?
I was joking with you earlier. I can't think of anything but the lunch. The lunch is garbage, for real. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. It's bad. You go to any other school in Springfield and it's good food. Have you gone to Parkview's concession stand? No, go to Parkview when there's a basketball game going on and go to the concession stand. They got barbecue. Yeah, it's crazy. They got ribs and stuff.
Not having to pay to get into games. Showing your student ID and getting in for free like normal schools do. Yeah.
Other schools do that?
Yes, Kickapoo does that.
The way we run the school, how the freshmen aren't up at the high school.
Yeah.
I know that's changing right now, but I think it was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because freshmen coming up to be sophomores, it's more like freshmen coming up to be freshmen.
Honestly, I would say just to keep doing what they're doing, to keep expanding the classes and the opportunities and the different career interests and everything. And I hope that 5 or 10 years from now the business department will have even more classes than they do now, so that people can kind of specialize more in specific things that they want to do. And I would say the same for all the career fields. I don't know as much about the other ones since they don't necessarily apply to me, but I know that there's definitely a lot of room for growth as far as career prep classes, and I know that that's something that Ozark is already looking at doing with the new Innovation Center. So I'm excited to see where that will go, and I would say that like as they expand and do those things, just to keep that community, like kind of small town feel as they do that. And I think that they can do that through relationships with teachers and students. And that's one thing that has really stood out to me about Ozark, is that it's not just every student is just a number. It truly is that relationship formed. And I think that's really awesome.
School spirit, people to get involved and to want to be involved and to enjoy things just for the sake of enjoying it.
Well, as a city, I wish there was like more sidewalks so we could like walk to places, or I wish everything was closer together because
Yeah, we're kind of spread out.
Yeah, but as a high school, I guess, I don't know. Not make announcements at the very end of school where everyone's like, you can't hear anything.
Yeah, and everyone's checked out. Right?
Yes, exactly. No one listens.
Summarize high school for you in 10 words or less. It's hard.
I gotta count them to make sure that I don't go over.
Or just like a phrase.
I guess a phrase like is like something that I'm glad to leave behind, but I'll never regret.
Phrase.
10 words. High school.
Yeah.
Fun and depressing. Bipolar. I'll summarize it in one word. Bipolar.
Bipolar.
Like growing up through different situations.
Growing up, learning, friendships, love, heartbreak, peace.
Waste my time. No, it's fine. A very, very good experience.
Started off really well, so like went well, went really well, depressing, really iffy. So that's like in order. So freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. So junior year, that's typically when like.
So things are on the way back up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Missouri. It's kind of like the weather in Missouri. You never know what you're gonna get. First day, second day, it's random.
Fun, stressful, crazy, wild, heartbreaking. Yeah, that's about it.
What are your...
I would say fun, growth, knowledge, maturity. That might be it.
Enjoyable, challenging. Is growthful a word?
Growthful. Growth.
Growth, joy, sadness at the same time. Bittersweet.
I'd say a stepping stone into real life.
I guess just a new experience, life lesson.
Honestly, I do believe this. Like people talk about how like trash this like school is. They're like, oh, it's trash. Like it sucks. Like worst school. I genuinely think it's like one of the best schools in Missouri. Just because like obviously you don't know, you can't be thankful for it till you like get out of it.
Like you said earlier, like putting things in perspective, you really like don't know until you're like senior year, because you get to like 8th grade and freshman, you're like, dude, Ozark sucks. You have to put up with all this work, all these people, and then you get to like freshman year or like second semester, we're about to graduate, and it's like it's been really good. Like for the most part, everyone's been really good to me. Things like that, yeah.
Like the online classes, like imagine going to like Parkview. They don't have this opportunity. Like you in a green screen right now with lights. Like in Jenkins House, you said like Imagine like going to a school with like, not all schools have someone like Jenkins or like Coach Sunley. Like we have so many opportunities and so much like great things to do here. I genuinely think it's my 10 words, best high school in 417, bro, for real.
And then what are your plans after high school?
I plan to go to OTC and get a welding degree and get my gen eds.
To go to Mizzou and pursue a career in the medical field, something, not for sure yet. Maybe a CRNA, don't know.
See what you like?
Yeah, we'll see when I get there.
Why Mizzou?
I just always wanted to go there. Since I was a little kid, I used to go to gymnastics camps there every summer and like stay in the dorms, and I've always just like loved the campus. And I like the area of it. Columbia's a good town, and you know, it's far away where I'll meet new people.
So right now I'm getting certified to be a personal trainer, and I'm gonna do that and start my own business.
I am planning on going to OTC for dental hygiene. Was the goal.
I'm gonna go to Drury and I'm gonna wrestle there, and I'm gonna major in marketing and then minor in psychology. So that's my plans after high school.
Go to college and then get a job. Yep, that's the plan.
My plans are to go to college, specifically Mizzou, major in animal science, pre-veterinary, and then go into vet school after that.
Whew, this one's going to be tough. This is, I'm either going to MSU or OTC for my first 2 years and then MSU. It just depends if I want to have debt.
My plans after high school are to go to Southwest Baptist University, and I'm not sure specifically what I want to get my degree in, but I'm thinking about finance or marketing possibly. So I'm going to kind of take a few classes and see what I like and what I don't like, but I think I want to stay in the business field for sure.
I will be attending Mizzou in the fall, and I will be majoring in biochem and become a CRNA that specializes in anesthesiology.
My plans are to go to a four-year college, most likely Evangel, and do pre-med there, and then go to medical school.
My plans after high school are to use the free OTC scholarship for a semester, get my gen eds done so that I'm not going into debt right after high school, and then transferring probably to MSU, probably getting some type of business administration degree, maybe hospitality management, and going on from there.
I plan on going to MSU or Drury and majoring in special education.
Any other words of wisdom from Ava Wallace?
Oh, you think I'm wise? That's great. Well, geez, now that I think about it, I mean, I'd say just like pursue your passions, because like if you find something that you're passionate about, there's something that you will find that you're passionate about. I go with that. I mean, even if you do like end up changing from one like major to another, or like what you're devoted in, I would say it's really like something that can keep you going and keep you motivated. Find something to keep you motivated and keep you going, so that you can just like, so that you have a purpose and you feel like you're purposeful. And stay away from because that stuff sucks. And just enjoy yourself, and you know, because like high school's kind of like to find yourself, and it's also meant for you to be like, it's kind of that step up, you know. And take hard classes.
Yeah.
The harder classes you take, the harder you'll push yourself, and the better you'll feel.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say? Any other?
Shout out, Mom. No.
I don't know how to talk to cameras, Ethan. This makes me nervous. I don't want to do this. Okay.
Are we recording right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. So first, what's your name and what do you?
Don't have beef. It ruins friendships.
Waste of time.
And it's a waste of time, because when you look at it, it's like 2 weeks you hate somebody and then you never talk to them again and you're fine. You could talk to them and still be fine.
And any last words, anything you want to say for
Um,
general words of advice from Olivia Holmes?
Don't just stay in your bed all high school. Go have fun.
And is there anything else? Any lasting words or anything you want to say?
I don't think so.
All right. Leave it to you.
Awesome.
I would just say to everybody that goes to Ozark, truly appreciate the experience you've had, because I know that a lot of other schools don't have this, and we are just so blessed to go to an incredible school district. So, and thank you to all of my teachers and everybody that has invested in me. I truly appreciate it.
Like something you'll take from high school you think you'll use in the future?
I don't know. Are you gonna edit this out?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I can't think that fast. Okay.
My name's Kelsey Park. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, yeah, can I do that? This is Kelsey Park, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for watching all the way through the documentary. If you got to this point, I know this part's at the end. I'm the one making it. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching it. You're watching the edited version. If you want to see all the clips, there's an unedited version out also right now. Same channel. Should be easy to find. Yeah, I did a poll a while back asking if I should interview myself, and the overwhelming response was yes. I thought about doing a skit or something like that. I decided against it. Just thought it kind of made sense to just more of like a sit-down type thing, and kind of just go over what I think about the questions I asked in January. Yeah, so the first one that you guys saw, favorite high school memory. This one's tough because I had a lot of good times in high school, and a lot of things that I really enjoyed. But if I had to narrow it down to like one specific moment, it'd probably be the DECA trip in Orlando. It was really just tons of fun. DECA in general was kind of like my main thing in high school. I'm sure most of people already know that, but yeah, I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. Getting to go to Orlando with a lot of my best friends in general throughout high school was really awesome. But if I had to pick like different things, commentating in general was amazing. Being able to sit in the booth for 2 years, whether it was football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, anything, it didn't matter. I was glad I got to have the microphone and talk about Ozark sports in what was normally a good way, except for our first year. When I first commented football, we were terrible. That's okay, we got better the second year. Favorite outside high school memory? This one's really tough as well. I know a lot of people would answer this differently, whether it was like before high school or just like outside. But for me, it's probably just hanging out with friends and getting to experience a lot of different things. I was able to go to Universal with my family back in like freshman year. That was really cool. And just like different things, like hanging out with people, going on different trips, even just like friend trips to like Silver City and stuff was really awesome. What do I think the best parts of Ozark are? I've got the questions right here. Just, I don't have them all memorized. What do I think the best parts of Ozark are? A lot of people said this, but I think it's super important. The community. The community here is really good. I've lived here all my years of school, especially. I'm 13-year senior, as a lot of us are. I'm talking like there's just seniors. I know there's more, but it feels easier to address it that way. Just being able to grow up with a lot of people who I know are there for me. I've had times where my car broke down in the high school parking lot or something like that, and people are always willing to lend a helping hand, and I just know it's a community I can count on. Tucker said it pretty well. It feels like a small town, but you know what's going on. Or it feels like a small town, but it's also pretty big. You know what's going on. You know people are there for you. Best parts of high school in general, getting to try out new things. I keep going back to DECA and marketing, but that was absolutely the biggest thing for me, so it's hard not to. But for me, the best parts of high school, we're getting to try out new things. Like I said, kind of took marketing as a whim. I heard it was easy. It was not easy first semester, but I stuck it out as most of us did. And yeah, I was able to try new things and really kind of dive into what's now going to be my career path, which is kind of crazy to think about, but yeah, it's probably the best part for me. The biggest high school takeaway is another tough question. I really wrote these to be very tough and thought-provoking. I think the biggest high school takeaway for me is just going to be my ability to procrastinate, whether it's I got pretty good at it and I hope I'm not as good at it in college like Peyton said, but also just being able to talk to people. Again, through a bunch of different stuff, through clubs and stuff, I was able to learn how to communicate with people my age, people that are older, learn how to talk in an interview sense, learn how to really focus on something if I need to get it done, and I'm really excited to take that into the future, and I think it'll be really beneficial. General high school advice. I think Tucker said this. A lot of people did, but Tucker's the one that comes to mind. Try everything. Step out of your comfort zone. I didn't, and I regret that. Or I didn't at the beginning, or even through other things, and I kind of regret that. Try out things you think you might be interested, or even you might not be interested in. You might just find something you enjoy. Advice to younger classes is really similar, but also, I know other people have said this, and people have said it all throughout our high school career in general, but like, take it serious and really like live in the moment. It goes by really fast. It's hard to think. It's already over. I'm recording this on May 9th, the day we were originally supposed to graduate, the day I was hoping this would come out, but it's coming out tomorrow on the 10th. Or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this, May 10th, 2020 is when this is releasing. It's crazy to think it's over. And there's a lot of things that I think we all take for granted. Just like walking through the halls, talking to our friends at school, and just having classes with them. Even classes you like hate or don't enjoy. Even just being there, kind of would wish I'd much rather be in school with my friends and living out the last half of fourth quarter, or the last part of fourth quarter, than doing it at home. Favorite local places. This was said a lot restaurant-wise, but like Hong Kong Inn, Maru are really good. And just a bunch of different places in Ozark. Nature center-wise, or like outdoor-wise, Busick is like really the only place I go. A lot of people said that, especially Peyton. She talks about hiking a lot. But also Freddy's. Everybody loves Freddy's. You know, I spent like 90% of my life throughout my last 2 years there, so it's made a pretty big impact on me. The next question, as you know, it was split up into 3 different parts: teachers / faculty, parents, and peers. For me, the biggest impact teachers had is the same thing Leah said. For sure, is Jenkins and Feevold. Without Jenkins and Feevold, Mr. Jenkins, Mr. Feevold, my high school path would be 100% different. I'd probably have no idea what I was going to do. I spent, especially my senior year, like almost all my time with those guys, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Those guys were really great people to be around. If you're a younger high school student watching this now, get into marketing, get into DECA. Those are really good guys to spend time with. Yeah, they made a super big impact on me. For parents, as adults, definitely my mom. My mom has been my biggest supporter. She's been with me through a lot, high school and before, and I assume after, of course. But also my grandparents, people like that, but definitely my mom. For peers, there's been a lot of people who've kind of like cycled through my life, especially through high school. But guys like Alec Ruman, Mason DeMoss, those guys have always been there and, you know, been friends with me, especially throughout high school. Guys I can count on, but even going back, like I've been friends with Keaton Muggenberg forever. And I know if I need someone to talk to or just anything going on, I can always be like, hey man, how's it going? Let's go sit down, have lunch when the restaurants aren't closed, and we can go hang out. And just, there's a lot of people like that, but Keaton's one that comes to mind, especially knowing him since like kindergarten. If I could change one thing about high school, this is one thing that I cut out of the interview, I think. But with Colby, we talked about this. It might be in there. I really don't know. The school lunches are terrible. It's awful. And the cafeteria is set up so poorly. If you go to any other school, they all look like open. It's like their commons is their cafeteria. It's awesome. Ozark is like a cube. It's so weird, and the lunch doesn't taste good. The Chinese food is awful. I think I've made that known. That's my belief for like years, but it's just avoid it. I mean, the food is good, but the rice is bad. And that's the one thing that just like, I don't know. The chicken's okay, but it's just popcorn. I don't know. I'm not going to delve into that. Summarize high school in 10 words. People took this 2 different ways. I think what I'm going to do is like sort of a phrase, but just a roller coaster. A roller coaster of emotions, of, what's the word? Emotions, of course, is a big one. My will into what I'm going to do. My dedication and motivation was definitely up and then way down this last year. But just in general, it's been a roller coaster of highs, lows, happiness, things like that. Definitely cycled through the whole process. I think we all have. My plans after high school, I think most people know, I'm going to the University of Missouri, MU, and I'm going to study broadcast journalism, focusing on sports, hopefully continuing my commentating career. That would be nice, and I hope to do that in the future as well. After college, yeah, that's my own interview, 9 minutes long. Sorry, I'm throwing this all in at once. I'm going to do it unedited. I think that's the best way to do it rather than some other format. yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I kind of did this on a whim. I decided in Christmas break, about halfway through, because I was getting bored, as I usually do with breaks, and I decided I was going to do an interview. And I was going to do a documentary, and I was going to ask all these seniors from different walks of high school life to be a part of it. So that's when you saw a lot of people from different interest groups, different things. Like I said in the video, I cut it out, but like, you know, Olivia Holst, Megan Surface, those are two very different people, and those are just one example. But I wanted to interview people who were very different, and I wanted to get experiences from all different walks. And I think that was important, and I hope I achieved that and accomplished it. I didn't know at the time that things would end this way. I wish they would not have. I wish I could have been working at the school on the computer labs in what was my office at the time, as some people know. But it didn't get down that way, but I'm glad I got the opportunity to still work on it and get it done and show it to you guys. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching, and if you are a high school student that went with me, thank you guys for making it a good 3.5 years. Yeah, thanks for watching. Check out the other version if you haven't. It's kind of most of the same, but I'd still recommend it. Yeah, bye.
said, ladies, I'm the next Richard Branson, but got no virgin, so they sucking me in tandem. I prefer Mr. Unstoppable, and when I'm doing nothing, Mr. Impossible. I'ma lift a finger, put your mixtape in the hospital. Nurse coming closer just to witness all that I can do. 20 cc's of a double D's got me trying to clean my D with the upper teeth. Upper 3 is where I'm ranking. Off for 3 milli for the mansion. Fuck the game, young. I'm talking Chris Hansen. I guess I'm Mr. Unstoppable. I guess I'm Mr. Unstoppable. Yeah, I guess I'm Mr. Unstoppable. Where they ever catch me, that's improbable. Woo! Coming straight to your eardrums. Yeah, I'm coming straight to your eardrums. It's Mr. Unstoppable. Yeah, it's Mr. Unstoppable. Make my account and count on my blessings. Trashing rappers like snackers after concessions. Throwing paper till I get me a detention. I'm honored, Your Honor, but you're a motherfucking relic. Neglect to check my balance cause my studio with greenery. Like goddamn, my wallet always got obesity. She caked up and baked up, she needs a piece of me. She preyed on PCP, to her I'm just a piece of me. Talk about my clothes, I'm God-forsaken. Cruising with my turtleneck fresh like Carl Sagan. By myself, I'm either flowing or I'm resting. Spitting nasty shit in the mirror, gotta bless me. The way I'm ballin', man, I might just win an SB. I'm the next thing, yeah, the next thing. Y'all boys chasing pussy like Pat and Le Pew. If I see some ones and twos, I'll send them to you. I'm clear cut, hard-headed like a diamond head. I'm doing me, some of y'all still playing Simon Says. I give second place some hell to raise, cause number one ain't seen better days. I elevate, I guess I'm Mr. Unstoppable. I guess I'm Mr. Unstoppable. Yeah, I guess I'm Mr. Unstoppable. Where they ever catch me, that's improbable. Woo! Coming straight to your eardrums. Yeah, I'm coming straight to your eardrums. It's Mr. Unstoppable. Yeah, it's Mr. Unstoppable.
Oh Lord, my